Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today is here I'm going to talk about one of my favorite project which I've been doing for a very long time, which is my first prototype of a web shooter. Consider inspiration from Spiderman PS4. So as I talked about from my previous videos, so as you can see, what I have done here is that I'm trying to create my original web shooter instead of taking someone else replicas or someone else model design. So why not? I've been thinking that instead of taking someone's work, so why not I'm just doing my own. So to be honest with you, I'm not that good in modeling, especially kind of complex design such as the model design of the Spiderman PS4 web shooter. So I cannot, or may be impossible for me right now to create such a precise and complex model. But I'm trying to because from now my capabilities on creating a 3D model is limited to TinkerCAD only. But I'm working on approaching some new CAD software which called SolidWorks, which I'm probably gonna take a long time to experience on the software. But enough talking. So as you can see here in my TinkerCAD, which I created my first very own web shooter, we have this base right here. We have the main body of the web shooter. So it's a pretty bulky. As you can see, the dimension is around 16 millimeters, so around 1.6 centimeter, and the width of it, which is 6 centimeters. We have here is the locking mechanism, and we have here is the bottom of the web shooter. So here we have some of the shots. I'll call it some kind of projectile, but instead of pronouncing projectile, I'm gonna go with shots. So this right here is actually my first shot I've made, considering in inspiration from other YouTuber I've watched so far when creating a web shooter. So it's just a simple design, nothing much. But this is merely a prototype because what I mean by prototype is like I want to design something that has some kind of initial design before I'm improving this initial design for the next part, which I can do for my future project on the web shooter. But for this, I consider it as a testing ground for something much more better in the future. So this is an initial design for me. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, after prototype 1 comes the prototype 2, and I can say that prototype 2 will be much better than prototype 1. Better, maybe the body is much smaller than this one, and the shots may be more have more variations, have more integrity, more complex structure, and so forth. And what you can see here, I have another shot right here, which kind of reserved for web shooter web shots, which I created a hole right here, which kind of make a way through for the knot for a string. As for the string, I'm using a fishing line, I guess. But that I will talk later in my video. And this right here is actually a cartridge for the basic shot. If I transparent view it, you can see what's inside of it. It's nothing much, but it's nothing much to look at right now. But I will show you later on what I meant by these shots and also the cartridges. But this is for the basics cartridge for the basic shot, and this one right here, both of them. If I align it, there we go. and I transparent view it, it will look at something like this. So this is basically the cartridge for the web shots. But what you see right here, right now, you can't see very much, can you? Because I'm just explaining things and not do things right now. But this is actually it's pretty important for my later explanation later on. Okay, just to say something right here, it's pretty bulky. But for initial design, I think it's mildly satisfactory. And as you can see right here, there are two compartments, maybe two holes, I can say. So these two holes, left and right here, left and right, these are reserved for the screw holes. So I've been thinking, like, instead of hot glue something or using a very strong glue, so why not I'm just using screws to tighten up between this main body or this upper compartment with the bottom, this bottom right here. So the bottom also has the holes, reserve holes for the screws, which is left and right. And what we see here at the bottom here, it's actually a compartment for spring-loaded for the locking mechanism. So we have this trigger. I'm not going for the more complex shape, but rather just a simple but understanding of a locking mechanism, just to make sure that the shots can easily go into this main body and just lock this shot right into the main body before releasing. So I can just simply simulate it with just a simple movement. So I just assemble all of it. I'm more of an amateur on doing these things. I have to say that I'm very happy doing this project. I have fun doing this project actually. So before I insert this shot right here, it's going to be a spring right over here at the very front, at the front of the head of the shot. But I can show you later on after I finish my product. This prototype. So what you see here is actually inside of this main body. I have shown you. We can see in the transparent view, the locking mechanism can stay at the middle of this middle part right here. You can see it goes ups and down, and when the shot is being inserted into this main body, locked up tight. Hold on, I don't have the control here, so let's just drag this down a bit. So to secure, because this part right here, this shot will be inserted into the main body. Because of the spring, it will jump out from the main body because it's spring loaded. So how to how to lock the shots into the main body and not just spring loaded out of it. So this locking mechanism I'm using is just a basic one lock. So when the locking mechanism is set, the shot cannot go frontward. Can go forward because due to locking mechanism is locking that shot in position before releasing it. So when the locking mechanism is released, it goes down and the shot can be released just like that. It's just simple as that. So basically prototype 1 is just more of a concept design before I and I kind of like want to improve more on the design before I just doing a final production. Maybe I hope for the better design in the future, but just to show you, this is just the beginning. Okay, so that's all for the 3D modeling. Now we'll be heading to the final production of this web shooter of mine. My first prototype, my very own prototype, which is a first functional web shooter that I have made on my own. So as you can see here, this wristband I bought is actually from a wristwatch, so I just remove it and use this for my web shooter. So this web shooter is basically consists of 3 shots, but it's not a different shot because 2 of these shots, which is basically, okay, let me zoom in here. This is just barely a basic shot. It's just got a spring loaded right here. Okay, let me check. Okay, it's just a spring with a basic projectile, nothing more, nothing less, but this is a basic shot. Okay, we got 2 of these basic shots, and here as you can see here, this is actually a web shot which consists of basic projectile, but it has strings not tied a knot to the projectile, to the cartridge, and this cartridge is actually a knot, also has a knot tied below it. Oh, sorry for the basic shot. Okay, so you can see here, right there. Okay, and I don't consider this as good or bad, but it's just a nicely done for my first idea of a web shooter, because I made this actually from various YouTubers. I got inspiration from various YouTubers, and one of them would be Hero Tech. So shout out to Hero Tech. Actually, I'm gladly that I've met his YouTube channel. I watch his videos, and to be honest, I like most of them, and I took a lot of inspiration from his videos to make this happen actually. So without further ado, let's start shooting one of these basic shots. Okay guys, and here it is. As you can see here, right here, this is for the, I don't know, a trigger. So if I making my hand right here, right, stretch, pull, relax, pull, relax, pull, relax. It actually has a small trigger mechanism right here inside in this body of the web shooter. So here is the final result, I guess. I can't see, but please don't mind the mess. It's actually my brother's room. I have to borrow it. I have to borrow the room for a while to do this video. So this is the final result. Pretty cool, I guess. And here is the web cartridge. So we got the basic shot 1, 2, and the web cartridge
only one for this prototype, I guess. So it's pretty nice. Insert our first basic shot there, then we relax. Oh, sorry, hold on. Oh yeah, we pull, insert, there we go. Nice. So right now it's on ready mode. There, right there. Okay, the shot is fully loaded, and then here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, pretty good. Let's try one more. Pull, insert it, relax. Sorry. Oh yes. Pull, insert, release, done. And then here we go again. 1. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's too high. I aim it too high. That's my fault. I'm not very good aim, but still. 3. Sorry. So 3, 2, 1, and shoot. I guess it went well. Not done. It needs more improvement, I guess. As we have come to the final point of this video, so I would like to say first and foremost is that I am mildly satisfied with this prototype, but truth to be told, it is a prototype. So I think there's more to be improved here, such as increasing variation of shots, the projectile, and also the design needs to be a little bit I consider this a bit buff, a bit bulky, I guess. And yes. So this needs to be fixed. Why this often comes out, it also needs to be fixed. But henceforth, this is a mild success to me. So and so all of you out there, I think this will be a pinpoint to all of you guys who wants to be a Spider-Man. So I'm putting this video to share with you all, and if you have, I believe that most of you must have a great idea than mine. But to be honest, this design is a bit bulky, I guess. It's possible to be a Spider-Man if you can't even hide your web shooter well. But the shots, I'm also mildly satisfied because I'm capable of creating these two type of shots for now, which is a basic shot and a web shot. But I'm also have an idea for the idea which for the other shots, which is a shocking projectile kind of shot. So I'm been planning like to copy, like not like copy, like try to do the same as from the Spider-Man PS4 games, which most of the mods of the web shooter that Peter Parker have, and he has more like 4 to 5 projectile mods. So one of them is a shocking mod, which is kind of send an electric shock to his opponents when he fight with his web shooter. So I've been planning to make that possible in the real world, especially to my web shooter right here. But for now, it's just an idea, but I have a theory that I could make it happen. So if you like this video, do leave a like and do subscribe to my channel for more. And thank you all, and have a good night and have a good rest. Good day.